Welcome to Lydia's Plate. I'm a stay-at-home mom who is homesteading together with my husband and 4 kids. We do gardening, house cleaning, all the homesteading stuff, baking bread, experimenting with gluten-free foods for one of our kids, animals, and the like. So if you like that kind of stuff, stay tuned and welcome to our channel. With the fall weather that we've been getting, soups are so nice and warming. They warm you inside and out, and they're so yummy. So today we're making corn chowder. I've broken up my sausage links into small 3 or 4 inch pieces, and I have them cooking in water. Now the next thing I'm going to do is wipe my island and start chopping some potatoes. As soon as the potatoes are done, I'm going to add them in with the sausage because that has already been cooking for a good half an hour to 45 minutes. At the same time, after I add the potatoes, I'm going to add a package of corn, which is approximately 3 or 4 cups in this bag. And I'm also going to add some seasonings, some salt, pepper, and marjoram. So to be very real with you guys and not make it look like I'm some kind of perfect chef, because I am most definitely not, you can see right beside the pot there's a measuring cup with some yellowish liquid in there. That is because I was not thinking about what I was doing. I was thinking about everything else that had gone on during the day, and I added too much water when I was cooking my sausage. So before I added the potatoes, I had to scoop some out to make room for those veggies. Now, along with this soup, we're also going to have cheese-filled biscuits. So I'm just going to get my biscuit dough going here. It is a very quick baking powder biscuit. It's flour, salt, baking powder, lard, and milk. It's that easy, and you could put whatever cheese that you want to in the middle. I am going to put medium cheddar cheese. Now, at the same time as I was working on supper, I was also having a very dynamic conversation with my husband, who was sitting in the living room. I'd had some good and bad experiences today, and I was just debriefing with him while I worked. I could have cut that out, but it would have been very difficult because I was making supper at the same time, and you would have still seen certain parts of that, and then it wouldn't have made sense. So I just decided to leave it all in. And as per usual, I got warm once I really started moving, so off goes the sweater. These biscuits are so quick and easy to make. I love making them for any time that we're having soup or stew. If I don't have time or haven't had time to get the bread maker going with a fresh loaf of bread, then I'll just quickly stir up these biscuits, and sometimes I'll even make them super thin and then cut them in half like you would a bun. And then I'll fry an egg and maybe put a piece of ham or something on there and some cheese, and then it's like my own homemade Tim Hortons biscuit breakfast sandwich type idea. This dough comes together so well, and it's so easy to work with. I think that's why I love these biscuits so much. They're also very light and flaky and fluffy, so they're just yummy all around. Now the cheese that I cut off wasn't quite enough to finish off the dough here, so I'm gonna cut some very, very thin pieces and wrap these up a little differently. They're kind of like little biscuit pockets this way. So there we go. I'm going to clean up my workspace a little bit and get these biscuits into the oven and also check on that soup. And as happens in canning season, I forgot that I had my pan in there for steaming jars, so that had gotten nice and hot, which was not great, but anyways, nice hot water down the drain sometimes help clear the drains, so no big deal. There we go, there's a close-up of the soup. It is super, super easy. If you do not have home canned corn or frozen corn like I had in my package there, that is no big deal. The original recipe calls for canned corn and frozen corn, so no big deal. Now the last thing that I'm going to put in here is some evaporated milk. I've also heard of people making corn chowder with ham or a ham bone, so if that's your preference you could also do that, or if that's what you happen to have on hand, that would work too. I'm not quite sure how the taste would be compared to sausage. It is all pork, but just in case you're wondering, I have heard of people doing that and it does work. I prefer sausage. I grew up, all our soups that were homemade like this started off with sausage, so I don't know, that's just what I like, and we have an abundance of sausage, so that's what I like to use. Now you saw me wipe the island twice there because the biscuits are quite greasy, or that dough is quite greasy, and so it always needs an extra wipe so that it gets all the way clean. I was going to carry the biscuits to the table and then I realized that there were no hot pads there, so I had to quickly run and grab some hot pads first. So here you go, you can see that everybody is ready and waiting for their supper. I think all of our kids love this soup as well. And I'm just going to get my plate ready so that you can see what that would look like. You can kind of see the cheese peeking out of my biscuit. That's it guys, I hope that you have found this video helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, hit that bell if you want to be notified every time we post a new video. I hope that you found another idea of what to put on your plate, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye guys!